Brussels sprouts, if you're watching this, I love you.
Coming out was more of just like a long form process, since I knew around middle school that I was into, more than just guys.
I realized I was queer in high school.
I was 14 years old when I was outed as being gay. Being outed was probably one of the worst experiences of my life.
So I was actually 17 when I first came out, and it was a very organic process. My mom, after picking me up from school, took this weird drive that we never really take and then pulled over.
I first came out as bi at the end of 8th grade, the summer between 8th and 9th grade. I told my sister. She was the first person that I told.
And it was really funny because I'd gone to public school prior to that, and all of my friends teased me, oh, you're going to private school, it's all girls, you're going to become a lesbian. I was like, oh, you guys don't know anything, I'm so straight. And I'm just so not straight.
I went to Catholic school and homosexuality wasn't even a thing, so I doubt bisexuality would have even been a topic we could say in class.
This girl got really drunk on Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I ended up taking her home in a cab, and I looked up at her and made eye contact with her, and like just this weird feeling kind of rushed over my body, and I realized I had just fallen in love with this girl out of nowhere who I didn't know.
And then at that moment, I kind of knew the direction that she was heading towards. And she asked me very bluntly if I was gay. And already I could see in her eyes that there was no kind of malicious intent in her asking me. And so with tears in my eyes, I just kind of said, yeah, Mom, I am gay. And I just started breaking down crying because it was so cathartic, and my mom was just kind of looking at me like, it's not that serious.
And so I would like come to school in like a skirt or something, and someone would be like, oh my God, you're wearing a skirt. And I was like, guys, I do this. Like that's always been something that I've done. And just because I'm a lesbian, like we're gonna make a whole big to-do about the fact that I am wearing a skirt or makeup or something like that.
I actually told my best friend that I was bi the first day that I moved into college, and by my sophomore year, I'd finally told everyone. And I told them via Instagram. My dad was the only one who took it a little bit hard. He was more upset at the fact that I sent him a link to my Instagram post instead of calling him.
Coming out as trans was a lot harder because I didn't have language to describe gender identity until I got to college. And yet, if you're not entirely sure of who or what you are from the second you come out of the womb, people like to invalidate what you have to say about who you are.
If you're thinking of coming out to your parents and you're pretty sure they're accepting, maybe just tell them in person. Don't put it on Instagram and give them a link. But other than that, it was a pretty positive experience, and I wouldn't really regret it or change when I did it or how I did it.
But it also taught me that coming out and sharing who you are doesn't necessarily need to be a grand gesture and a large experience. It can be very personal, and it can be very intimate, and it can just be you starting to live your life openly.